Just log in and it unlock the new mission that I need to complete some random mission. So let's do this since it's already 3 days left. So I'm staying behind. Also, I reached the friendship with my Serenity pot. Girls, guests. Ooh, that look nice. Jean, the wind's course. The dandelion, also called lion's fang by some, is the flower most sensitive to the direction of the wind. Night raven, official. A raven dark as midnight with wings that can block out the sun. I permit thee to conceive his likeness upon such decoration. Into the name card.
If you lie on the grass, you can feel them.
Which one do I have? Ooh, it looks nice. What? Well, nice. I have been actually very focused on resting and my jobsy, live jobsy. The Calling of the Worms proposal. Near our village, you encounter an anxious-looking researcher. Ooh, good quest. Go to questy quest. Bloom, 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 bloom. Can I advance a lot? Can I doubt I could finish this today. Because I have to go to sleep early for real life. Talk to Binajak. Binajak? Who are you, Mr. Guy? Getting in from this angle and using the terrain for cover. As long as the angle of sunlight isn't higher than and my speed is no lower than, that still isn't it. What are you trying to figure out? Oh, a viable route to recover the components without having to face the monsters. Thanks to the Winut, all my precious components got swept up by those monsters. Wow, who are you? When did you show up? I have been listening to you talk to yourself for a while now. Relax, we're not bad guys. Your friend sent us. Friend? Could it be Shriya? No, she clearly said she wouldn't care if I was taken by the monsters. I see. She sent you, dude. She sent you to get the components, right? It doesn't matter if I am taken by the monsters, but it will definitely matter if the components aren't recovered. Yeah, that sounds like something she would say. You could put it that way. Still, thanks all the same. I'm racking my brain trying to figure this out. I was this close to rushing out and just taking it one step at a time. One wrong step and I got caught by the monsters. If I wasn't here and with Shiria being such a klutz, who else would be going to take care of these machines? No wonder Shirya was so worried. This guy thinks about nothing but his mechanical components. I mean, let's go and get the components before he gets himself in trouble. During the challenge, some 4-leaf sigils will have diving benediction on them. Obtain this buff to create shockwaves at the point of impact of your plunging attacks, dealing physical damage to nearby opponents. During the challenge, some 4-leaf sigils will have, yeah. Okay, same. I was watching the moon advance. The fake moon.
We're way behind schedule.
Okay, let's start. Brave adventurer, are you ready to go collect these components? I am ready. Excellent. In that case, I leave this matter in your hands. Bloom, 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 bloom. I didn't watch the whole of the stream, so I don't know what's with this event. Damage done by all party members using %. Ooh, I have catalyst. Retrieve. Go to the next location to collect components. Do you like them?
Everyone hold hands! Born of ice and frost.
I can win the wind event in Monster. King Kong.
Access denied. Motion to compel.
Okay.
Born of ice and frost. Rust and rebuild. Boom! Access denied. Hold the line. No touching.
You will be returned to the researcher's location when you leave the challenge, okay? Pachinko. So far, so good, so easy. Oh, thank you, brave traveler. Oh, phew, it hasn't been too long and the parts are still good in good condition. Just a few more adjustments. He starts tinkering with the machinery. Vinayak? Almost done. I'm almost done. Where is the moon? Vinayak! Wow, Shreya! When did you get here? When you were fiddling with the components. This place was dangerous and full of monsters. Why are you even here? I'm just worried about our components. If we can't finish this assignment, even I can't return to the academia. Haha, ha, I knew it. Look, I have everything here. Once we go back and make some more adjustments, we can finally start assembling. So what are all these components for? I forgot to tell you, they are for the Venut Slayer Cannon, our graduation project. Venut. Why such an obscure topic? If you had applied for graduation, you would understand why. Well, not that any of this matters now. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I am Shriya, an undergraduate with a specialization in desert biology and ecology. This machine-obsessed doofus here is Sharebar researcher with a specialization in applied mechanics. I'm Jack. Thanks a lot for earlier. Can people with completely different fields of study work together? Don't get me started. Working with him on our graduation proposal was definitely the biggest mistake I have ever made as a student. You can't really say that. We would manage to graduate in the end anyway. We did, yes, but did you forget how many extra years it took? Whatever the case, we graduated, right? I heard some of our classmates just completed their thesis proposal last year. Oh, enough. We're not students anymore. So can we just move on from these pointless discussions? You're the one who always starts it. Nonsense. When we were building the first prototype. Hey! Arguing isn't going to get you anywhere. Wow, you guys have it out for each other. How could the academia even think of sending you two together to handle this? Actually, the academia didn't send. A person named Gunnar was supposed to take care of this matter. You could call him my mentor's mentor. He was there during our thesis defense. I guess that was how he got the impression that some young students in academia had designed a Venut Slayer cannon or something like that. So this time he simply kicked the two of us back here to deal with the problem, saying that the academia needs to give youngsters more opportunities to shine. But he obviously didn't consider the fact that the two of us have barely talked to each other since graduation. He even convinced you? My mentor, him. Anyway, this is an opportunity for me to get the Venut Slayer cannon back out in the open. Once it's assembled, we will show those vermin what it can do. There, that mechanical idiot goes again. From my point of view, I also want to investigate the cause of the Venut rampage to maintain the ecological balance of the desert. Miss Adventurer, you look like someone of impressive skill. May I ask you to keep us safe while we are in the desert? I will do it for the right price. It will be a walk in the park for me. Rest assured, there isn't a lot of support from the academia, but at least we are well funded, although someone here has spent most of it on upgrading the machinery. The improvements were necessary, and since you are capable of speaking politely, can you be a little nicer to me? That depends on whether the person I'm talking to is worthy of my patience. Oh no, here they go again. Maybe leave the arguing for later? Can we start with the actual work? Ah, sorry. It's an old habit from my academia days. This batch of components has to be brought back to our village for further adjustment. By all accounts, we can't start assembling until tomorrow. We had previously planned to install the Wenut Slayer cannon in nearby areas where Wenut have been spotted. When the time comes, there may be other creatures attracted by the noise we make. We'll be counting on you. No problem. See you tomorrow. We can continue our debate now, right? I'm telling you, all my expenses were justified. Fine. You asked for it. Let's go over the details and see where all that Mora went. Bloom. 1,000 Mora. Wait until the next day. Oh, dude, we just finished the first one. You hear a quarrel in the distance. Let's finish this. At least two of them. Two sections of this event. So tomorrow, if I can, I will either complete two more or all of them. I was thinking, I think there's a free day in real world. Maybe I can actually do some cleaning of Sumeruland. Hey, what's up, boys? So why did you order customized rivets? Did you order customized rivets? They don't improve in performance at all, do they? Riveted armor is a symbol of romance for us Shareva researchers. You guys have been at it since yesterday? You're already here. Not exactly. We actually had a debate about funding yesterday. We were actually arguing about something else, but before I knew it, we went right back to arguing about funding. Something else? I have polished the seams of the components until they are shiny and sparkly, but Shriya is trying to abandon the plan. Abandon? I just want a temporary pause. Didn't you notice that there's something wrong with the environmental parameters? If we continue with the assembly, the charging efficiency of the device will be much lower than expected. We need to figure out what's going on in this area, eliminate all external influences, then proceed with assembly as planned. There are plenty of situations where the ideal and actual circumstances don't match. There's no need to be so fussy. I took the margin of error in So it's not a big deal at all. Besides, sometimes you have to test things out before you can figure out what the problem is. Is that why you tested experimental device number 2 until it exploded that other year? That was different. I didn't realize the need to leave room for error back then. Is there a safer way to do this? I'm thinking maybe we could first switch off the turret's firing function and just do a simulated experiment of its charging process. That won't do. I don't trust your judgment on this. Let's get rid of the turret ignition module and I will safeguard it for you. You can install the other components however you please. Remove the module. Then the Windows layer will just be one big paperweight. Then you say we just do an experimental simulation of the charging process? At the end of the day, you're still thinking about firing that cannon. Let's just disable the firing function. Maybe start by building the framework? Well, alright. Let's think of it as a trial assembly. If only you have said it earlier. I expected a lot of monsters to be attracted during the installation process. When the moment comes, we'll be counting on you, adventurer. In the Fulminating Sandstorm challenge, the giant winnuts. What are winnuts? Mushrooms? Can suddenly attack from underground and disrupt operations. Okay, some random creature. The charging devices and the Windows Slayer cannon require a stable operating environment. All opponents in various areas must be defeated for the two machines to be assembled. Ready. Excellent. Let's begin. Bloom. All damage dealt by all party members normal charge and plunging will be increased by 10. This Sandstorm came of nowhere.
Rest and rebuild. Incinerate. Hold the line. Born of ice and frost. Boom!
Shut up.
Rest and rebuild. No touching. Everyone hold hands.
Goodness. Yeah, with the melting thing.
Born of ice and frost. I see everything. Allow me. Incinerate. No touching.
Nice. You will be returned. Yeah, sure, whatever. That was close. Even the wind have come to mess up our plan. Hey, if you hadn't deactivated the ignition, we could have killed it. Now that the wind has escaped, it will be at least one more day before it lets its guard down again. You're not planning to argue over the tiniest detail and let it go again tomorrow, are you? Oh, but what about the parameters? I have tested them all, and although the charging speed is a little lower than the calculated value, it does not affect the use. It does not affect use, and there are no safety risks. Sure, yeah, I know you want to consider and analyze everything before acting, but you know, things don't always go according to plan. If you keep getting hung up over the small details, you will miss the best opportunity to act. Remember that time our midterm thesis defense got delayed? Hesitating won't get us anywhere. Okay, here's your ignition module. Alright, tomorrow we will finally be able to put the Windows Slayer cannon into action. I like to bring them back to our village and think around with them a little more. We gotta make sure we are properly ready for the Windows Slayer cannon first ever official appearance. But why is there a deviation in the environmental parameters? What caused the window to suddenly act out? You really can't just let this matter rest, Miss Adventurer. Could you please come back tomorrow? By then we should be facing the window directly, and hopefully we will have some sort of clue. No problemo. Oh, I wanted to inspect the whatever thing it was. Worm's body. Ew. Okay, so far so good. Oh, we can claim things. Ooh, fighting. We will do this if everything goes well tomorrow. Maybe we'll be able to finish up. Until then, see you later, alligators.